Greetings and salutations, film fans. Thomas O here. Now, since it is pretty much June, here is my top 10 anticipated movies coming in June. There's some good-looking movies coming out this month, and of course, my brother and I just did like our summer movie preview, and we talked about most of the stuff coming out in June. But here's my top 10 anticipated films I'm looking forward to coming out in June. But anyway, here's the list. Coming in at number 10 is a Netflix comedy, and that is called Murder Mystery. Now, the film stars Adam Sandler as a New York cop who travels to Europe with his wife, played by Jennifer Aniston, and they want to rekindle their romance. And so on the trip, a billionaire ends up getting killed. So Sandler and Aniston's characters become the prime suspects. So it pretty much becomes like a whodunit film, and it looks pretty funny. I mean, this may be unpopular to say, but I don't care what you say is unpopular. I'm a big Adam Sandler fan. I really love this guy's movies. I mean, his movies aren't for everyone. I know there's lots of people who always poo-poo on Adam Sandler's work. I really enjoy them. Even his unpopular stuff like Little Nicky, I've enjoyed. That's My Boy. I even enjoyed Pixels. I don't care what anyone says. Pixels was awesome. But his Netflix movies has been, other than that Western movie he did, something 6. That movie wasn't good, but his recent other Netflix stuff like what was that one he did with David Spade in it? What was it? Oh, the Do Over was pretty good. Sandy Wexler was decent. That one he did with Chris Rock, The Week Of, was good. I'm a big fan of this guy and cannot wait to check out Murder Mystery. I mean, here he reteams with his Just Go With It co-star Jennifer Aniston. I love Just Go With It, by the way, and I cannot wait to see how good they team up together once again. I mean, I'm kind of surprised it wasn't Drew Barrymore actually. I mean, that kind of I would have actually expected them team Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore once again, but hey, Aniston and Sandler is a pretty good fit too. And also, Murder Mystery has a pretty interesting supporting cast as well. Let me pull the cast list. Like, besides Sandler and Aniston, the other cast also includes Luke Evans, one of my celebrity crushes, Gemma Arterton, Shuri Kusitsuna, who also played Yokio in Deadpool 2. It also has John Kenny, who also played Black Panther's dad in Black Panther. Some pretty good cast members, and I cannot wait to see this film. It looks really funny, and yeah, it should be interesting to see if it's any good or not. Alright, my number 9 favorite is X-Men Dark Phoenix. I wanted to put this up a little higher, but most of the trailers have been hit and misses, and I also heard some that's not all that good really, because there was like some early screenings of it, and like from what I've been hearing, the movie's already a mess, and it's been delayed countless of times. Oh, it's such a shame that I'm hoping it's good though, because I do love the X-Men movies. I mean, aside of Last Stand and some of the best comic book movies has been coming out from Fox lately, whether it's the Deadpool movies or Logan. And I'm hoping Dark Phoenix is good, because I really want another good X-Men movie. This is the final installment of the X-Men franchise, and I hope they end it off with a bang. And also, I'm hoping it's good for Sophie Turner, because since Game of Thrones just ended, I'm really hoping she'll have an interesting movie career in the near future. Because she's a pretty good Jean Grey. Like, sad to say, they did not give her much to do in Apocalypse. So, I'm hoping it looks like in Dark Phoenix we're going to get more Jean Grey, which I'm happy about, because Sophie Turner was really great as well, and I cannot wait to see her in this. And I'm actually looking forward for Dark Phoenix. I mean, who knows if it's any good or not. That has to be wait and see, but should be interesting to see if it's any good or not. Alright, coming in at number 8 is Shaft. Now, this film stars Jesse T. Usher as John Shaft Jr., who teams up with his dad, played by Sam Jackson, and they also team up with Shaft Jr.'s grandfather, played by the original Shaft himself, Richard Roundtree. This looks fun. I mean, it looks really funny. Sam Jackson looks great in this. I mean, they actually had like a recent TV spot where it featured where one of the characters called Samuel Jackson Morpheus, and Sam Jackson always and his Shaft character is like, why do everyone always gets me mixed up with Lawrence Fishburne? That's funny because that actually happened to Samuel Jackson in real life. Because like an interviewer once accidentally I think one of the one interview that Sam Jackson had, one of the interviewers, said had like a Matrix reference to him, and Sam Jackson had to go up in front and say he's not Lawrence Fishburne. I mean, I love Sam Jackson, and anything. What a great what a great year for Sam Jackson. You know, he started off pretty interesting with Glass. He appeared as Nick Fury in Captain Marvel. He appeared as Nick Fury again in Endgame, and he's returning as Nick Fury again for Far From Home. So cool year for Sam Jackson. Hey, and who doesn't love Samuel L. Jackson? He's such an awesome actor, and cannot wait to see Shaft. I think it looks really fun, and hopefully it's good, but we'll see. I mean, it's directed by Tim Story, who could be a hit and miss. I mean, he was a hit with the Ride Along films, and he was a miss with the Fantastic Four sequel. So yeah, we'll see how good if this film is any good or not. But all right, coming in at number 7 is Secret Life of Pets 2. I was pleasantly surprised with the first Secret Life of Pets. I thought it was really cute. It was charming. This time around, you got some new voice cast members like Patton Oswalt, Harrison Ford's doing his first ever anime feature. Tiffany Haddish is in this, along with returning cast members like Kevin Hart, um, Jenny Slate's returning, Dana Carvey. And in my summer movie preview, I accidentally said Albert Brooks was returning. To let you guys know, Albert Brooks is not in this. For some reason, I thought Albert Brooks was also in this, but anyway. And it's being released by Illumination. I really love Illumination's work, whether it's the Despicable Me franchise or Sing. Illumination makes some interesting content and cannot wait to see Secret Life of Pets 2. Coming in at number 6 is Annabelle Comes Home. Now, my brother and I was just talking about this movie during our summer movie preview last night. By the way, we're going to be doing our part 3 later on, so just FYI there. But, Annabelle Comes Home looks creepy. I mean, I really dug like the Conjuring franchise, aside from The Nun. The Nun was a pretty bad film. But, I actually really liked the first Annabelle, and Annabelle creation was even much better. So I'm at like this time around, it shows of how the Warrens got possessed of the doll, and in it the doll ends up terrorizing the Warrens' daughter, and as well as the babysitter and her friends and all. So yeah, this looks like it's gonna be a real creep fest, and can't wait to see it. I mean, the Annabelle films has been pretty decent, and that is one creepy doll. I mean, if you guys have a doll like that, maybe throw it in the ocean or whatever, because that's not a doll you should have in your possession. Alright, coming in at number 5 is Man in Black International. Now, this movie is directed by F. Gary Gray, who also directed Friday, Straight Outta Compton, and he just had his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. F. Gary Gray is awesome. And this time around, it's Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones are reprising their roles. Instead, you got Chris Hemsworth as Agent H and Tessa Thompson as Agent M, and they are like employ. They are both like employ high tech weaponry, and they had to stop like a evil threat that that drains that drains mankind. This looks funny and it looks fun. I mean, Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson, last time they worked together was in Thor Ragnarok, and they also Avengers Endgame. Well, technically, I guess you could count Endgame, but I mean, Valkyrie didn't have that much to do in this, like, and all. But the last time they actually teamed up together, I should say, was Thor Ragnarok, and they were awesome in Thor Ragnarok. Tessa Thompson was a great Valkyrie, so seeing them together in this once again, I'm really looking forward to see this. And I like the Man in Black films. I mean, the last Man in Black movie we had was in 2012, and it's been a while since we had another Man in Black film. And who knows if another Man in Black film will be good without Will Smith and Tom Lee Jones chemistry, but I'm sure this might actually do be pretty decent. Oh, you also got Liam Neeson, so one more key acts. Alright, coming in at number 4 is The Dead Don't Die. Now, this film is directed by Jim Jarmusch, who's directed some pretty good films. And it's about like these sheriffs who discover that their town is possessed, like lots of people in their towns are now zombies. And this has probably one of the best casts I've ever seen in a zombie flick. People in this includes Bill Murray, Adam Driver, Selena Gomez, Steve Buscemi, Chloe Sevigny. Who else is in this? Carol Kane. Some great cast members are in this, and I can't wait to see this. Jim Jarmusch is a cool director. Like I said, the cast is cool. The trailers have looked awesome. Cannot wait to see The Dead Don't Die. And I do love me a good zombie comedy. And of course, we got to wait till October for Zombieland 2. So this movie will hold me until Zombieland 2 comes out, hopefully. All right. Coming in at number 3 is Child's Play. Now, Annabelle is not the only possessed doll movie coming out in June. We got Child's Play, which comes out like a week before Annabelle. And Child's Play looks creepy. I mean, it's very different than the original because if you guys remember in the original Child's Play, the doll was possessed by a serial killer. This time, there's no serial killer there's no serial killer that transferred his soul in the doll. This time around, the doll is possessed. Like it's pretty much possessed by. It's pretty much a robot. I'll put it that way. And I meant when they first announced that, I was like, really, that's a dumb idea. I mean, you're gonna take away the core of who Chucky was, but then the trailers have been coming out, and with every trailer that's been released for this, like with every promotional material I've been seeing from this, actually made me more excited. And I'm a big Chucky guy. I love the Chucky movies. Even the unpopular ones are pretty decent. And not to mention, you got Mark Hamill as the voice of Chucky. What more can you ask for? And it's from the producers of It. You got Aubrey Plaza in here. I'm actually really looking forward for this and cannot wait to see this. I mean, so I just wish this movie didn't come out on the same day as Toy Story 4, to be honest here, because man, it's not hard to know which to see first. But anyway, we'll get to Toy Story 4 in a second. Alright, my number 2 anticipated movie of June is Yesterday. Now, in this movie, it stars Amesh Patel as a character named Jack Mallet, who's a struggling singer-songwriter in a English seaside town whose dreams of fame are like fading. So he's desperately wanting to write some hit songs. So one night when he's coming home, he ends up getting hit on the head, and he wakes up in a universe where the Beatles don't exist. So since the Beatles don't exist, like he's the only person who knows who the Beatles are, and so like because of that, he's actually pretty much performing some of the Beatles' greatest hits. And this movie is directed by Danny Boyle, who I've always been a fan of. Danny Boyle is just a great director. And you also have Lily James. Huh, Lily James. Lily James is just awesome. I mean, who doesn't love Lily James? You also have Kate McKinnon. Ed Sheeran is in this. Some really good cast members, and I cannot wait to see this. I just love the Beatles. The Beatles they're just an icon, and yesterday also looks really great. They only released just one trailer, and that trailer alone sold me. I cannot wait to see this movie. And interesting, like year for movies, named after songs. Like we just had Rocket Man, we got Yesterday, Blinded by the Light comes out. I mean, interesting year for music based films. Anyway, now my number one anticipated movie of June is going to Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4, I cannot wait to see. I really love this franchise. To me, it's one of the best trilogies of all time. I mean, I'm probably going to do my top 10 movie trilogies this month, and Toy Story might actually end up on that list. I simply love this movie. I love the Toy Story franchise. They're really fun, they're cute, and I cannot wait to see Toy Story 4. It looks just incredible, and Pixar just makes some high profile stuff. I just love everything Pixar puts out. Aside from Cars 2, of course, but everything else Pixar puts out have been really good. I mean, some reason Pixar has a habit of pulling on your heartstrings. I don't know why. I mean, Pixar has a habit of making people cry. I don't know why they always do that to people, but hey, it is what it is, I guess. But I cannot wait to see Toy Story 4. I mean, this time around you got Bo Peep having a bigger role in this. I mean, Bo Peep appeared in the other Toy Story movies, obviously, but she never really had that much to do in them. But it looks like this is more of a center for Bo Peep. Also, you've got Tom Hanks and Tim Allen returning. I mean, who doesn't love Tom Hanks or Tim Allen? I mean, come on. You also got other voices like um, Tony Hale voices that Forky character. You also got Keanu Reeves in this. Key and Peele are both in this. I cannot wait to see Toy Story 4, and yeah, I'm probably gonna do a Toy Story binge on the week the movie comes out. I cannot wait to see this film. Like Toy Story is to me, it's one of my favorite animated films of all time. It's that great film, and cannot wait to see where they're gonna take Toy Story 4. But I mean, when they announced Toy Story 4, I was a little skeptical because I mean, the Toy Story 3 ended just perfectly, but people behind Toy Story 4 said that if they didn't have a good story or anything, they wouldn't have done it. So I'm guessing they have a good story to it. So should be interesting to see how this is. And R.I.P. Don Rickles, him as Mr. Potato Head. He was a great Mr. Potato Head, and I'm happy that they're also using his old vocal cords to use in the film instead of recasting Don Rickles. That's a pretty cool way to pay tribute to the late comic. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, Murder Mystery. 9, X-Men Dark Phoenix. 8, Shaft. 7, Secret Life of Pets 2. 6, Annabelle Comes Home. 5, Man in Black International. 4, The Dead Don't Die. 3, Child's Play. 2, Yesterday. 1, Toy Story 4. Now, there's lots of other ones I probably could have added. Let me pull up the list here. Alright. Alright. Other stuff, Late Night looks really good. Wild Rose looks amazing. Let's see. I Am Mother, which is a Netflix film, looks decent. Rolling Thunder could be interesting. Hempstead with Diane Keaton and Brandon Gleeson. The Last Black Man in San Francisco looks pretty decent. Plus One. Let's see. Anna, I'm actually really looking forward to check out. Nightmare Cinema. Skin with Jamie Bell looks interesting. Some pretty good, interesting stuff coming out in June. But let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your anticipated movies you're looking forward to check out in June? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing